Hey everyone, welcome back. I got something I really enjoy today. And just because I have it in a very small sample bottle doesn't mean I don't enjoy it. It's, for me, full bottle worthy. It's just taking my time to get around to it. And maybe I have to wait a couple more years to mature to really appreciate it. But it's Chanel Antaeus. And this came out in the 1980s when they had hyper-masculine things, oak moss, musk, all that. You know, you had things like Koros out there. Really heavy hitters, Drakkar Noir, just, you know, the earthy, patchouli, resinous, just very classic earthy, like almost spice cabinet kind of stuff. And this is the one I like the most out of all of them. I tried quite a lot of them. Koros was a little too pissy for me. I mean, I respect it, but I think this was a really good fit. As soon as I smelled it, I knew it was special. And the longer I smell it, the more I like it. Getting into the notes, the most prominent would be castoreum. And the politically correct way to say this would be beaver scent glands, beaver butt. Oak moss, rose, patchouli, labdanum, resins, sage, some florals and some citrus. It's really good. It's very masculine, undoubtedly masculine. You know, there's a lot of unisex fragrances out there that can kind of go either way. You know when you spray this, you know this is masculine. And that's what I like about it, because I feel, you know, in my collection is mostly unisex, but I like my shamelessly masculine fragrances. And I've only worn this like 2 or 3 times. I've still got a couple, like 1.5 mils left of it. But it was just different wearing it, because I moved, you know, when we first get into it, like what, you know, it's Sauvage, Eros, you know, all that stuff for guys when they first get into it. And then you just try something different. And it takes a while. I feel that like over time your nose matures and you grow to appreciate these complex scents more and more, and these, you know, kind of grown-up scents, because people definitely wore this clubbing in like the 80s, but now what do you smell 1 million, you smell Eros, Ultramale, Sauvage, all that. You don't really smell this anymore, but there's something that strangely rings very true about it. I wore it and I was hanging out with somebody, and there was also a girl there, and she said, because I was just asking, you know, people like, you know, what do you think of this? And, you know, I'm cool about it. I'm not like, oh, smelly. But she smelled it, and she says, I don't know if I like this, but I can't stop smelling it. And verbatim. That's what it was, verbatim. And it's not something you smell a lot, and to a lot of people's noses, it's something very alien, because I wouldn't call this a dad cologne at all. This isn't like a dad cologne. This is just a very mature, masculine fragrance. And, you know, this is not something you're going to wear if you're trying to get compliments, because a lot of people are going to be like, you know, what is this? Because a lot of people, this is kind of a relic, and I don't like to say it like that, like it's a bad thing. It's just something that trends have moved away from. But I have a feeling, and not getting into conspiracy theories here, but I have a feeling we're going to come back around to this stuff once all the bubblegum fragrances have run their course, because I'm really sick of them. That's why I'm looking for other stuff. Like, you know, I had some of them at first. I sold some of them. Like, what do I have left? Eros. Sold Ultramale. And then I still got a little decant of Code Profumo. But, well, you know, which are good. But I'm more inclined to reach for this than those. Unless it was like a very specific, oh, yeah, all right, I guess I'll go clubbing, young stuff, whatever. But I think this is just, let me just get a whiff of it when I hear. It's fresh, it's earthy, it's deep, it's a breath of fresh air. But there's a lot of dark complexity to it, which I like. And it's, you know, the musk and things in there, it blends so well with your natural body odor and skin chemistry. It's, you know, it's an extension of what people can naturally smell like. And I don't mean that in like a BO gross way. I mean, it's believable. You know, when you're hosed in a bunch of sweet candy cane juice, it's not believable. You've put something on you, but when you have this, it's just on this strange threshold of, does this person just smell like this, or have they enhanced themselves in some way? And that's what I really like about it, because it rings true to people's noses. Even if they don't understand it at first, there's something about it that's so magnetic to them. And I have a feeling that you have to be in this hobby for a little while before you can really appreciate something like this. It took me a while because I'm like, ooh, what do I want to smell like? Beaver butt. But it's not. It's more than beaver butt. it's. I would recommend this. And this is definitely an over 30 fragrance, and my age is kind of ambiguous, but I can't tell you guys yet. But I would recommend this to any mature man to smell. You can wear this day, night. I would say night, and you can wear this all year. I would say colder months, but it's very flexible. Give it a try. That's all, folks. See you next time.